Record. Okay. Hi guys, Thursday night shift. And it's me all by my lonesome. That's why I grabbed a fabulous guest speaker. They're sipping margaritas, having the time of their life. Well, actually, I think it's a little cold and the boat's a little rocky, so I'm not missing that, but they look like they're having so much fun. So, as always, when I get to take over, Courtney and I were just talking about that when I get to speak, we get super passionate about what we love. And I sometimes feel not those leaders, but I feel this is all in my head that people are like, oh God, here she goes talking that social media again. But we're going to have some fun tonight. I asked Courtney to be on with me because we finally met in North Carolina, as I told you guys last year at Reunion, and we connected on various topics, but more so our journey and our transformation and the fact that we use social media as the main vehicle for our business. So if you guys don't know me, if this is your first time joining, again, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Actually, I do. It's connecting to my personal page. We don't want that. So we're recording this and I will post it right after. In fact, let me go do it. And so we'll post it right after because I'm sure they're going to be like, where's the meeting? Freaking out. And I'm sorry because I start getting flustered if I have to do too many things at once here. So if you don't know me, I'm going to talk while I'm typing here. My name is Jill McCarthy. I have been with Scentsy since 2009. I'm a superstar director, originally from Maine, but I've lived in South Florida for 23 years, which is crazy. It was supposed to be a 2-year trip. And clearly after like 2 months, I figured out I didn't like the snow and stayed here. My mom's like, you're never coming back, are you? I'm like, no, probably not. No, it's too cold for 8 months, too long. Let me just type. And so when I started my Scentsy journey, I was working for a financial services company, and they hired me for compliance. So I was the fabulous compliance director, the person not very many people like. But then when social media and Facebook and MySpace came along, they said, hey, we want you to learn this because this is going to be big. And I said, great, I get a raise. They said, no, just add that to your job duties. So that was fun. But they did send me to some pretty incredible training, some mentorships that were very expensive with Kim Garst, Gary Vaynerchuk, the lady that does Facebook, Mary, all of those people when Facebook was first starting. So I got 5 years of the most incredible social media training. Okay, let me post that. I got like right in the beginning. So, in that same time, why I started using social media is I was in a very toxic relationship. Alcohol played a part, and I was looking for a way out. And I knew I couldn't leave my house because to book parties because things would go crazy when I would leave. So I used social media as a way to reach people, and everyone, it was like the black sheep of the family. No, there was no Facebook groups yet. It was just a Facebook profile page, and there was no Instagram yet. YouTube might have started, I'm not sure, but it was way back in the dinosaur ages, and people were like, oh no, you can't run a business during that. Oh no. And I just kept with it and kept plugging away, and then people started seeing people wanted me to talk a little bit about it, but then didn't really want me to talk about it. And so I just kept plugging away. And still to this day, it's how I run my business. It's how I meet people. It's how I have customers all over the place. And I love it. It's just me. I love the tech part of it. I love being online. I love the video. I love the live aspect. And then when COVID hit, it was kind of funny because everyone switched to, oh, we'll just do virtual everything. We'll do online everything. And everyone kind of like, we have no other choice, right? So everyone became open to it. Everyone was like, we got to do something. So it was kind of funny to watch that switch where, you never want to be the person that's like, I told you so, but like, I was over here like, told you, we like, it's, this is what we're using, not in a bad way, but just kind of like, it was a good thing. It's a way to reach more people, and you have to be open to new ways of doing things. So my company eventually shut down, and I got out of that really bad, abusive, horrible relationship, but I went through some emotional transition. He actually passed away. And so when I moved, I was all over the place. I was very much used to fight or flight. I was not getting any sleep. I was very unhealthy. And so as I moved into this new chapter, I didn't realize the toll that took on my gut health. And I had a lot of health issues, like just stuff that no one could explain. Doctors would gaslight me, tell me everything was normal. That's 40, it's premenopause, it's hormones, it's thyroid, it's this, that. It was none of that stuff. It was very obvious that I was deficient, not eating. When you don't eat, you don't get the food that you need. And our food really doesn't have the nutrients that it used to have 100 years ago. I was I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted. So I finally started seeing a holistic nutritionist, and he ran labs and put me on certain food and ran labs again. And you could see the deficiencies. I was deficient in vitamin C. I was deficient in magnesium. I had 0 iron. I had all of these things. All of my markers were in the red. What my doctor said, oh, that's normal. And normal is like, could be way at the bottom or way at the top. Like it's not perfectly down the middle. And they're like, oh, it's normal. It's always normal. But I knew I didn't feel right. I had severe brain fog where, you guys, a year to 2 years ago, I couldn't have done a training like this. The words would not come from my brain to my mouth. I couldn't think. When I'd meet with the ladies to plan this stuff out, I couldn't contribute because I couldn't think about what I was supposed to be doing. I was depressed. I was dark circles under my eyes. For the doctors to say, it's all in your head, you're normal. So I took matters into my own hands and saw that holistic doctor for like 3 years and went into this transformation. And my social media kind of shifted to sharing that journey over the last 5 years. And you can see if you follow me on Instagram, that's exactly what I've done. And I've used it as a platform because I felt when I first joined Sensi, I wanted to use social media so that no one would get into my situation. And then it transformed into my health journey because I knew how frustrated I was. And I get hundreds of messages of women, doctors won't tell me what's wrong. I've gained weight. I can't sleep. I'm depressed. I'm this, like my cycles are bad. All of this stuff for doctors to tell them that they're normal, And so I've used my social media as a platform, and I connect with tons of people. And just recently, this past month, after I had my surgeries and everything, it took me 5 years, but I've lost 100 pounds as of the other day, which is crazy to me because people are like, how were you 100 pounds heavier? I'm 5'8", 5'9", so I carry my weight very well. Not for me, I could feel it, but it's just proof that you have to listen to your body. Just something that I want to touch on before I introduce Courtney, which, as you can see, if you follow her, if you don't, please go follow her. This is how we connected. I'm all about, in your business or your health, taking matters into your own hands and being consistent and doing what works for you. As long as you change your habits so they progressively make you better every single day. So for me, it was taking holistic approach. Some people it's weight loss medication. Some people it's surgery. I support any of that, especially when I see people doing what they need to do and then changing their habits, like finding a healthy nutritional plan or doing all of that. I just want to touch on the fact that if you guys are experiencing any of that stuff, or you just need to be a little bit healthier, please take those steps this year, whether that's walking more, drinking water. It doesn't have to be everything overnight or something as extreme of going the holistic route or having surgery or weight loss meds or whatever you want to do, but a little bit every single day, because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Honestly, if you don't make it a priority, your body decides that it's going to be the only priority you want to have. Because I promise you, if you become unhealthy, nothing else will matter. Your business won't matter. You can't be the best you can be, friend, wife, daughter, mother, father, if you don't have your health. And I'm here to tell you that I started digging in, asking the questions, but when I really started seeing results and changing my nutrition, I was just walking 10 minutes a day. And I would slowly increase it to 20 minutes, to 30 minutes, to 50 minutes. I did that for an entire year. And then I went back to my doctor said, you need to strength train. Like, you need to keep muscle on your body. That's the only way you're going to keep going in the right direction. So every day was a little bit of a baby step. It was like 3,000 steps. So I can do 4,000 steps. I can do 5,000 steps. Like, make it just, and even if your priority is just scheduling your yearly exams every single year around your birthday. That's what I do. Your eye exam, your mammogram, like all of the things that you need to do just so you can get an idea. I could do a whole talk. I'm sure Courtney could too, just about health. And I think it's a priority that we don't talk about enough. You know, in Scentsy, we have the wellness program, all of that stuff. But again, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So I hope this inspires you tonight to take a few little steps in the right direction. Your big old thing of water, walking after you eat for 10 minutes, any form of exercise, just doing self-care, any of that stuff. So with that, like I said, Courtney and I met in North Carolina, and we just started talking about her journey and her transformation. She is a superstar director and has been with Scentsy since May of 2019. And I can't wait for you to hear her story, because she too shares her transformation and her journey all on social media. And so I'm going to let her just give you some of her story, her tips, where it all began for her, and you can kind of see the similarities, and then we'll jump in and ask some questions, and you guys can ask questions as we chat along, and we have a challenge for you. So Courtney, my friend, take it away. I love you to death, and I love your journey.
Thank you. I love your journey. 100 pounds. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm like super freaking nervous, probably because I probably don't know any of you guys. So hi, I'm Courtney. And it's so funny because I can totally get on social media and talk like everyone is my best friend, but when you put me on a Zoom, I like okay. So I'm also a squirrel, so Jill's gonna keep me on track too, because I like to go everywhere. All right, so I joined Scentsy in 2019. I'm not gonna go into like a full long story about it because I want to talk social media, which is what we're all here to talk about. But I do think it's very important to talk about my journey and how I started with, and like how social media changed everything with Scentsy with me, because that literally is my journey. It sounds so silly. Before Scentsy, I have always wanted to be an influencer. It sounds so silly. I've always wanted to be on social media. I've always wanted to be one of those girls that are like, oh, look at the cup I bought. Like, I know it sounds so stupid, but that is what I wanted before Scentsy. Long story short, after trying and whatnot, we got pregnant, had a kid, and I went back to work, and then I got pregnant right after. It was our best ever oops baby, okay, but best blessing ever oops baby. And I worked as a medical assistant for an orthopedic surgeon. We didn't get paid anything. Like, I literally would have brought home $100 a month. Like, there was no point of going back to work because I literally couldn't even, like, it was pointless. It was either we go to work and we bring home $100, or I stay home and my husband is a supporter and we have to get put on WIC and Medicaid. And that's what we chose to do. So that is what the system is there for. I have no shame in sharing that I was on Medicaid and WIC. That is what it's for. And we lived on that for 3 years, bringing home, like, I mean, we were so broke. We probably had like $60 a week after groceries, after everything. Like, we were broke with 2 babies under 2. And my friend, I don't know how many people here know Ray Ray. Anyone know SSD Ray Ray? Okay. So she's an SSD. Okay. We actually went to middle school together in Moyoc. And so I knew all of her friends, like I knew her circle and all that stuff. And long story short, we went to separate high schools. And so we kind of split apart, but we stayed in touch on Facebook and social media, whatever. That's what it's there for. And I started seeing her doing Scentsy, and I started seeing her, like, she had SSD within her first 2 years. She was going on these free trips. She was doing all this stuff. And I remember, I will never forget, it was a trip to, I think, Greece. I think it was Greece. I wasn't a part of Scentsy at this time, so I might be wrong, but it was something like that. And I saw her go, and I was just like, and again, so this is social media. She's sharing all of this stuff on social media. She's sharing her new friends. She's sharing her trips. She's sharing Scentsy, all these things. And I wasn't in contact with her for a long time. So I was just watching from the outside in, like, oh, dang, that's awesome. And at the time, we were broke. We had horrible friends, like literally horrible friends. And I was watching her grow this community outside of what I knew she grew up with. And I wanted that so bad. So when I joined Scentsy, long story short, it was for community more than it was for money for me. I wanted what she had. I wanted the trips. I wanted the travel. That was always my dream. And so watching her social media pushed me into being like, okay, this is what I want to do. So she asked me to do a party. I did a party. I got $0 in sales. Zero, nada. I didn't even ask anyone to purchase. I literally put it on like my office and in the conference room, and it was like, yeah, I put Scentsy in there. No orders whatsoever. She drove an hour to bring my bag. It was awful. And she still asked me to join for like 6 months. I'm like, Rachel, why would I join? I suck. I didn't even get an order for you. Like, why would I join a company that I didn't even make an order on? Like, I'm not even kidding you. I cannot make this stuff up. And 6 months later, she went to Greece, and I was like, and she went the week she came back, I texted her and I said, okay, I want to join. Like, you got me. Okay. It was because she shared on social media that she earned this trip for free. She shared all of these things. She was sharing like her paychecks and all these things. And I was like, I want in. And so I joined. And then I, at the time, had the mindset of like, I'm going to make quick money fast. I'm going to join. Everyone's going to buy from me. We're going to be great. No, I sucked. Okay. I made like $40 a month for like 10 months. I literally sucked. I didn't do anything. I really didn't put the effort in that I know that I could have when I'm looking like back on it. So 10 months later, I kid you not, okay, 10 months later, February, my paycheck was $0. In March, I decided that I was coming up close to a year of having to go back to work, putting the kids in school. And I was like, no, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go see patients all day long. I don't want to do this. I don't want to make no money and be underappreciated. And so I put my head down. I didn't even tell Ray that I was coming back. And I got on social media and I got on the internet and I got on YouTube and I watched every SSD, every single training, every single day. I'm not even kidding you. 202, I made zero excuses. Every single day I got on YouTube. You don't need your sponsor. You don't need anybody. If your sponsor were to dip out tomorrow, you do not need your sponsor. So I cannot stand people like, oh, my sponsor never helped me. You don't need help. You are in charge of your business. And I will always preach that. I'm sorry, I'm so blunt about it because I believe in it. I watched a YouTube video every single day. I plugged my headphones in when Coco Melon was on. We would go for walks around the neighborhood every single day. I would take a drive to do a training with my team just so kids would sleep and I could do a 10-minute live. I did not make an excuse. I buckled my kids up and I was like, we're doing this. 202, we're going to do this, okay? We're going to have steps in. We're going to do a training. We're going to fuel our bodies, doing dishes, driving, anything, doing dinner. I plugged my headphones in. I listened to a Sensi training, okay? I encourage you to get on social media and do what your leaders are doing. I'm not kidding you. Do what your leaders are doing. Follow somebody. Go outside of your group and listen to someone that's not a part of your group that you haven't heard the same thing over and over and over from. So I just found a new person and I was like, all right, this week I'm focusing on PRV. And that's what I did. I watched the training every single day on PRV and I implemented. In 2 months, I hit director. I promoted 5 times. So I wasn't even certified yet, just to put that out there. I wasn't even certified yet. In 2 months, I had 11 new team leads and I hit director in 2 months. I give myself chills because it's like I tell the story, but I'm being so serious when I say like, you are capable of doing whatever you want, but this is the kicker. When I started watching YouTube is when I got on social media, okay? Before then, I never showed my face. And if you guys don't know this about me yet, I had weight loss surgery 10 months ago. So I am down 91 pounds at this point. So 10 months later, and my life has changed from it, and it's amazing, but I never let weight stop me from being on social media. I did it first. But then when I decided that enough was enough, I didn't want to be in the system anymore. I wanted to make my own money. We wanted to buy a house. I wanted my kids to have their own rooms. Like I had so much like why in me that I didn't listen to anyone else around me. So people were like, oh, social media is nothing. Kind of like what Jill said. You don't want to be the one that says, I told you so. But actually, I do want to see that person. I told you so. Like I told you so that this is where it's at. Is social media nowadays, I'm sorry, it is where it's at. But when I started doing YouTube, like watching YouTube videos every day, I remember the first thing I did was, okay, I am no longer doing half my face in a story. I am no longer going to put a crap ton of filters on my pictures. I am going to show myself. I'm going to show myself when I wake up and I look like a freaking rag doll. I'm going to show myself when I'm beautiful and glammed up. I'm going to show every single part of myself and be vulnerable. And I swear to God, when I started sharing stories, just regular stories, like just, this is what I'm making for dinner tonight. This is a picture. Here's a picture of my food. Everyone loves that, right? Everyone loves like the picture of our foods. Just the random things that you never realize that you can have an impact on somebody else. Like just sharing a picture of your food can motivate someone else. Oh, that's a really good healthy dinner. Let me make that. You literally have no idea what impact simply just posting it. Like this behind me, those are orders that I want to get this month. 100 orders is my goal. I can't tell you how many stories I posted on my Instagram where other consultants were like, oh my God, can I do that? And I'm like, yes, do this. Motivate your customers to purchase with you. Social media is amazing. They want to see you hit goals, right? Social media, like that's amazing. And so I 100% believe because everyone that joined with me was from social media. And so that is my story with that, because ever since then, ever since I hit director, like Sensi was just everything, and social media was, I was like, okay, well, we're doing this. And then here we are. Yes, I decided to get on TikTok about 4 months before my weight loss surgery. and I'm at over 62,000, and it completely changed my business with customers this month. Okay. Or this year, or last year, I should say, because in 2022, I wanted to quit. I had recruited like 25 people plus. I don't even know how many actually. There were so many people that I recruited that I hit a really big stall in my business where I was in a really, everyone hits a rebuild phase and it sucks and everybody wants to quit during it. And trust me, I know, but I remember SFR, our speaker, when she said, you don't quit on a hard day, a hard month, and a hard, you quit on a good day. And I will never, I still get chills. I will never forget that speech to my core. And I remember I cried. I wanted to quit for months. I wanted to give up Scentsy and everything because I was so tired of trying to get a customer. My sales had went to like 1,000. I've never had under 2,000 PRV since being a director. And I just felt very off. And then I decided, I was like, you know what? I actually tried. I tried doing parties. And I am going to be very bluntly honest. I freaking hate parties. I am sorry I said it. I hate parties. If you're a party lover, I give you all of the love in the world. I give you all the love in the world, but I am not that person. I can't do parties. I don't like them. I am hitting this point, and I hit this point in my business. Sorry, I had the heater on. I'm like freezing over here, but now I'm hot. I hit this point in my business where I'm just like, I don't want to have to pour everything into a party all day long and every day. And it's not that I don't like doing because I love connecting. It just felt more like a burden for me than it was being fun. Like it came to a point where it's like you're relying on a party and you're relying on like you have to book a party to get sales, where I'm like, no, I want to grow my social media and I want to get authentic, genuine customers that I don't have to like have a party for. I want to have a party in my stories once a week, showcasing products and smelling things and just having customers genuinely come to me, and then keeping up with them in my stories on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram. Like that's kind of what I want to do, because I don't know about you guys, but my VIP page, I have like 500 people and it's still dead. Like I could post every day, but my VIP page is dead. So Facebook, I just don't want to. I don't want to do groups anymore. I don't want to do at everybody. I don't want to do my VIP page. And that just sounds so bad, I know, but I'm in this era where like, I think if we could start merging Scentsy towards social media more, I really feel like everyone's business could flourish. I'm not even kidding. I feel like everyone could flourish. And I think that's a really powerful thing, but we have to somehow shift the mindset. And I'm actually working with another SSD who's my sponsor as well, Ray Ray, and she's also my best friend. But we're working together this month actually on every new consultant that we sponsor on onboarding. We're making social media part of it, creating your social media account, doing one post a day. We're incorporating social media onto our onboarding. And I think that's very important for everyone moving forward. Now, to get into how I plan my stories out, social media, like I really wanted to give you guys a background because social media literally is what helped me hit director. It's what helped me grow my business. And I will tell you, like 90% of my joins, we have a team of over 300, 90% of my joins are from social media. And I feel like I was just telling Jill this earlier, and I was talking to another SSD, Amber, about it. I talked to Ray about it, is I feel like I've been alone with social media for a long time. And I actually, you don't know this, Joe, but I actually followed you for a very long time because I remember seeing you when you were at like 10K on Instagram. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be like her. I loved all your like your house decor pictures. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. And I started like doing like pictures and stuff like her. So she doesn't even know that, but I've been following her since she was at like 10K on Instagram. Now she's at like 27. Okay. And I loved it. And now she's vulnerable and she's like bloomed into like sharing her personal life even more, like all these things. That's not just decor and Scentsy. It's more about who she is as a person. And I was actually telling Amber Ryan this today. I was just like, I feel like when you go to social media, okay, this is my honest opinion. When I go to someone's social media page, I actually get turned off when I see nothing but their business. That sounds really bad, and I know, and this is my blunt truth, and you guys are going to get it from me, okay? I personally get turned off by someone just posting, I don't know, like Pampered Chef 24/7. Every post is Pampered Chef, a new product, because I don't know that person. I don't know how to get to know you. If I go to your random, you pop up on my page, and I go to your page, and all I see are products. Who are you? Like, who are you? Who are you outside of your job? That's what I want to know. What's it here? You're not just Scentsy. Everyone on this page, you're not just Scentsy. Scentsy, that is not your entire life. It is your business and it is a part of your heart, but it is not your whole heart. your family, what you do, how you take care of yourself, how you motivate yourself, how you motivate. And there's so much more that you can give to the world that you don't even know. I mean, you could go paint a room and give someone motivation to go paint a bedroom they've been putting off for a year. You literally don't know how you can motivate somebody. But my brain, I dig very deep into things. And so I was telling someone today, I was like, when you go on social media and you get, who here has TikTok? Just raise your hand. Who has TikTok on here? Okay, raise your hand. Who gets stuck on social media? So when you start scrolling, do you get sucked into reels and TikToks and you scroll for an hour? I want you to think about when you are looking at social media and you're scrolling and you're like, man, this is a good video. And you're watching it. Maybe you're replaying it and you're like, man, that's good. I want you to stop and open your notes section and type out what made you attracted to that video. Why did you like that video so much? What stopped you in your tracks to watch this person on this phone? That is what I do. And I open my notes section and I'm like, she had really cute clips of like her meal. It was like little 3-second clips of like, throw the eggs in the pan, throw the cheese on top of it. It was like very like satisfying. And I guess what? I'm gonna learn how to do this. So my bath tonight, my 1 hour long me bath, I'm gonna learn how to do this kind of video. And I'm gonna YouTube it. I'm gonna research it just like I would do with Scentsy. I did the same thing with social media. Got on YouTube. How do you do a transition? How do you clip out this? How do you do this? I taught myself how to use social media. And when I don't know how to do something, y'all don't know this yet, I will figure it out. I am such a go-getter. I'm a know-it-all. And it's a good and a bad thing with my spouse. I'm a know-it-all. Okay. I want to know how to do everything. So if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to figure out how to do it. And that's the thing. So like when you are scrolling, that is my biggest tip of anything is what stopped you in your tracks and how can you make that you? How can you incorporate your life into that? Okay. Do you have a favorite recipe you like to post? Recipes are huge. Okay. Share your food, share your life, share your outfit of the day. Even if it's like, I'm going to drop my kid off at the bus stop. Look at my sweatpants and my sweatshirt and my beanie. I look like a bum and I'm cute. Like people love that. People love that. They love to connect with people that are like them. Okay. Because out there on social media, everyone just projects this perfect world. And I do not. If you follow me on social media, I mean, did y'all see my videos today? I didn't realize how rough I looked until I looked back on it when I got home and I was like, I looked bad this morning, a little scary. I don't care because that's me. And that's why people love to follow me because I don't need to put makeup on to show up on video. I don't care. And Joe made a point. I almost didn't do the training tonight because I thought my eyebrows would be more botched. Do you see how shiny they are? It looks like I got a whole face of filler. I did not. I got my eyebrows done and I just got my lips done last week. So I look a lot plastic right now. And I almost didn't do this. And she was like, well, that's the point of the training is we show up as ourselves. And I was like, you're right. Cause I'm recording my video anyways of my vlog today. So why would I not show up on a training? Like that's the point is you show up as yourself, right? Whether you're full of plastic or not, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, let me stop. So getting started on social media, how many of you guys are intimidated by it? Like, does it make you nervous? Yeah. Okay, in the comments, what makes you nervous though? Are you nervous to be judged? Are you nervous to show up? Are you nervous what other people think of you? I haven't even read the comments yet. You guys are funny.
I'm watching them.
I think you're my secret child. I am a lot sometimes. I'm so sorry. I have so many screenshots and notes from videos that I want to do. Yes. I never rewatch videos after I record them. That's good. Yes, just post it. Stop thinking about it and just post it. What others think, hearing my own voice. Oh, I remember that. Afraid of what people will say and think, everything. Okay. So when I got on social media for the first time, like I told you, every picture that I ever shared in my stories was like a half face because I was so embarrassed with how big my face was when I was almost 100 pounds heavier. I never, ever really liked my face. And so I would never show my full face because it would take up the entire story and it made me feel very bad about myself. And I didn't like it at all. And that was a big problem that I had, and a big fear that I had to overcome where I had to be confident in myself. I also am one, or I was one that really cared about what everyone thought. And you wouldn't think that now, but I really wanted to fit in. I wanted to be with the clique. I wanted everyone to like me. I wanted all those things until I realized what stands out about me is that I don't have to fit in. And that's what stands out is that I don't have to fit in. And I started like really embracing that where I was like, I don't want to sit at the table with all the cool kids. I want to make my own table with all the weirdos. Like, that's just kind of like what I want to do. I don't need to be like and this is nothing against SSDs or SDs. I'm an SD, like nothing. I don't care about your title. Like, who are you? And so, like, when I went to SFR, there were girls that came up and they were like, oh my God, I've been wanting to meet you. And I'm like, whoa, I'm a person. I'm just a person. Like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. Like, there's no fangirling over here. I am like down to meet anyone. Well, I'm only a certified consultant. I don't care. You're a consultant, and that's what matters. You're part of Senti, and that's where I want to be at with that. And I want everyone to feel that way, because I know that when I started social media, and I started my TikTok with 200 people. Okay. At one point was obviously 0, but I started with 200 followers. I don't even know who they were. Like, it was probably random bots for all I know, when I started like one reel one time on TikTok. And I just decided that I'm going to be me. I'm going to stay in my lane, and I'm not going to care what anyone thinks. And that's what I encourage everybody on here to think, because I will tell you, I know that I was judged. I've actually heard from other people how hard I was judged by using social media. And when I would talk about it, because, with Instagram, like, some people only have 100 followers, and that's amazing still. When I started like really getting into like reels and stuff and started sharing, I think I had like, I don't even know, 1,100 people. And that was probably from like high school. I don't even know what it was from, honestly, because I didn't share that much. So I have no idea. And I thought that was not enough. And I compared myself to everyone around me. I compared myself to other leaders that had like thousands and thousands of followers. I compared myself to Jill at one point and was like, God, I'm never going to get to that. But then at one point I was like, I don't really care, because my goal has never been to hit a number. It's been to change and impact other people's lives and grow my business. That was my goal with social media, was that. And in 2022, I wanted to quit Scentsy, and I'll go back to that. I wanted to quit. I was done. I sadly enough looked at other companies like, what can I flourish in? Because this is not it. I can't rebuild. It's been a year. Nothing's happening. I have handed random freaking samples out of people in Walmart and the candle out. Don't buy a candle. Here's a sample. Like, I was that weirdo, right? I carried samples in my car, and I would give them to the Starbucks baristas. Like, they hand me a drink and I'd hand them my card with a sample. Like, thanks, have a great day, Chick-fil-A. I mean, I literally carried samples in my car and gave them to because we were at fast food all the time with 2 kids and Starbucks. So I gave them to everybody. I tried having parties. Nobody wanted to party in 2022. I'm sorry, but nobody did. I could not get a party to save my life. And honestly, I think that like the failure of not being able to do a party was almost like one of the reasons I wanted to quit, because some people just can't book parties. I'm sorry, but some people just can't party. And I'm one of them. I hate partying and I hate asking. And I know that that's how you grow your network. And I still believe that to this day, that is how you grow your network. But I also am a firm believer in other ways to grow your network if something is not working. And I'm also, again, back to the speech where it's like, you don't quit on a hard day or on a hard month or on a hard year. And so I told myself in 2022, and I told my spouse this, told my husband at the end, actually it was at the end of 2021, I said, I am giving Scentsy until December 2023. I am giving sorry, hold on. So it was 2022. I'm giving myself 1 year. So it was 2022 in December. And I said, I'm giving myself all of 2023. I am going to quit when I know that I have tried everything in my power to grow my business and rebuild. I've given it 2 years, whatever. And it's not, and I don't think I honestly would have quit on, because I love Scentsy too much, and I just would have found another way. Honestly, I know I wouldn't have quit, but I was just like, I'm going to quit. I just was like so mad about it and so frustrated, which I'm sure a lot of us has hit that point in our business where we're like, gosh, I'm so frustrated. Like, there's got to be more than like what is going on right now. Like, there's got to be more out there than the same 5 customers, right? I know we have all felt that, and it's frustrating. I was even more frustrated because then when I would go to anybody else for help, even outside of our, our group, it was like party, 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 party. And I'm like, if somebody else tells me to party, I'm going to throw my cup out the damn window. Like, that's how I felt, because I'm just like, if somebody else tells me to party, to grow my business, I'm literally just going to quit from that statement, because it wasn't working for me. And I'm overhearing it. So I do not preach parties to my team, because I'm like, it didn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. And so that was when I was like, okay, 2022 or 2023, we're giving it our all. And I gave it my all, y'all. I gave it my all. That was the year I had my weight loss surgery, which that was, already planned and whatnot. But I was like, we're going to flourish. We're going to do this. And I'm going to get really vulnerable on social media. And I did. And if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you know that I even share my before photos in a bikini where I was not looking cute. Okay. Some of these photos still make me cry. Some of the videos that I see of myself when I was 90 pounds heavier, it takes me weeks to post sometimes, but I post them. I'm not telling you guys to go obviously post your bodies, please. That's not like everyone's journey or anything, but this is my journey. So I monetized a little bit on my weight loss surgery because that was a huge part of my transformation this past year. And I am very proud of myself for that. But I also share other things. Outfit of the days, I share what I'm eating in a day. I share recipes. Like you would never believe just sharing like a banana bread recipe. Like people love that. People don't, not everyone knows how to cook and make banana bread, right? Like, I mean, it sounds so stupid and simple, but like it really is so stupid and simple. Like it's just little things that you just don't think about that now I incorporate in every single day of my life. And I truly love it. I love, like this morning I made eggs and bread and I literally made a video of my plate. Okay. And I connected with like 15 people off of that, like off of eggs and bread, y'all, eggs and bread. Okay. Now, am I saying you're going to go post something and you're going to get a bunch of comments and all, you get a bunch of followers? No, but I will tell you, I have been working my social media for 2 years. 2 years. Actually, I'm going on 3 years now at this point. Hold on, wait. My mathing's not mathing. Hold on. Wait, what is that math from? March and April of 2020. So yeah, about 3.5 years. Because that first year, I mean, I shared, but my goal was never to like, my goal getting on social media wasn't necessarily to grow my business. It was just to like showcase it, I guess, and just get on a little bit more. I didn't take social media seriously like this up until about 1.5 years ago when I wanted to quit. And I remember looking at my husband and I talked to like my mom about it. I talked to Ray about it. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to work really hard at social media and I'm going to shift I'm going to shift away from leading my team of like, I mean, not everyone shows up, and to be honest, 300 people, I probably have like 5 people show up to a training and it gets frustrating. And I'm sure we all have been there. It gets frustrating. It gets frustrating leading people who don't want to be led. Right. And, you know, I hit this path where I was like, I don't know how to lead anymore. I don't know how to be me anymore in Scentsy. So I'm going to shift my focus from pouring every single ounce of my energy into like getting a sale and focusing on high PRV and high recruiting and all these things. And I'm going to let this rebuild, but I'm going to do it my way. And I'm getting on social media. And I decided to shift into making social media my number one priority, period. And I know that might sound crazy, but I made social media my number one priority. And this year, I mean, from March of 2023 to now, I have gained 60,000 followers on TikTok. I have gained 30,000 plus on Instagram from being consistent, learning how social media works, and what I decided to do was share my life more, being consistent, sharing every single day. But I don't share only Scentsy because you guys are more than Scentsy. You guys are more than Scentsy. I'm just sorry. You're more than Scentsy. I decided that I'm going to share my life and lifestyle, and whatever I freaking want to share, I'm going to share. And then I'm going to sprinkle in Scentsy. We're going to sprinkle Scentsy on top, because the thing is, people aren't buying from you and they don't like you because you sell Scentsy. They like you for you. They want to get to know you. Who are you as a person in here? How are you a mom? What are you doing? Like, I kind of think of like Instagram. I love Instagram. Instagram is like my baby and my home. TikTok is kind of a little wild sometimes, but you do grow faster on TikTok. And TikTok did change my business this year. But Instagram is what initially changed it for me. And I feel like it's a very safe space. And I feel like it's more personable on Instagram. The growth is a lot slower, but I don't think anyone's focus needs to be on, well, my focus is 1,000 followers this year. No, your focus needs to be on just getting on social media. It's just getting on and getting comfortable, because once you get comfortable, that is when the game changes for you. Once you start getting comfortable and just sharing is when you just pick up the phone and you're just like, all right, I'm sitting here. I have a freaking headache. My husband's annoying. And I don't know, like you just share like random crap, right? Like it doesn't even matter. I don't even think about it anymore at this point. Like Jill, we were talking earlier and she's like, you know, she plans out her content and she plans out her day sometimes and all these things. I'm not a planner. I am a very much go with the flow. If it I don't know. I don't have any rhyme or rhythm to my days. I have a whiteboard up here where I write down what needs to be done for the week. And that is my goal for the week. I don't give myself daily tasks anymore because my OCD, ADHD, and all the things will, like anxiety will skyrocket. So I give myself a checklist of like 10 to 15 things. And I just do one or two, whatever I'm feeling like today. Do I want to do customer follow-ups today? Do I want to make a video on this today? Like that's kind of what I do. And then the videos just come naturally. And I actually was talking like to Ray and to Amber about it and stuff like that too. Stacey Behringer, she's on TikTok too. And we were just like, just it becomes fun to a point. It actually becomes fun where you just pick up your phone and you're just like, I just want to post about all my plants in my house today. Let's water my plants with me today. Get ready with me today. Try this new mascara that I bought today. Like just random stuff, recipes, whatever you guys want to share. Obviously share. If you want to share just Scentsy, then share just Scentsy. You will still gain the customers. I mean, who is it, Lisa Roberry on YouTube? I mean, she's got a ton of people on YouTube by just sharing unboxings on YouTube. Okay, like there are ways. I mean, she shares just Scentsy and she has a huge following on YouTube for just Scentsy. You know what I mean? So if you want to be the page that is all Scentsy, then that is totally fine. But just don't be discouraged if your growth is not super high. You're still going to attract the people that want to buy Scentsy and want to see Scentsy, and they want to hear you. They want to hear your sniff sessions every single day. But also you may kind of limit yourself to just the people that want that, not the people that are like, oh, I want her next grandma's recipe, or I want, to see her cleaning something. Because I mean, my sister does a YouTube cleaning channel. She's got like 50,000 followers on there. That's her full-time income. People love to watch cleaning. People love to watch cleaning. Okay. And they love to watch you cook. And have fun, and just, I don't know. I'm such a believer in social media. And just like Jill said, like, I never wanted to be like, and I told you so, but I feel like a year ago when I really started doing social media, I definitely got some laughs. I got judgment from other people that were like, oh, she acts like she knows it all with 200 followers. And I was like, well, I mean, when I joined Scentsy and I decided that I wanted, to be a leader, I wanted to promote, I did what leaders did. Even when I didn't know what the hell I was doing, I was like, well, I see her posting like this every day. I'm going to do the same exact thing, but put my own twist on it. I'm going to copy what this leader is doing in her business. I'm going to copy what she's doing on her social media, but I'm going to twist it into me. What makes it me? You know what I mean? I also pay attention to people's stories. I feel like posting once a day on your social media on your feed is very important, but I also think that giving them more of a look into your life and your stories on Instagram is super fun. It's kind of like a flip book. It's like a flip book. I love, there are certain influencers that I follow and I'm like, oh, what's she doing today? What coffee did she get today? What is she doing? What was her outfit today? Like, I'll just go on here and I flip through and just like watch it, and they share. So your stories are like more personable. Your post and your page is more of like, I mean, it can be personable. Mine are sometimes, but on TikTok mostly, but like, it's mostly like, get ready with me, outfit of the days, lifestyle, mom life, pack a bag with me, like just random things, literally just the most random thing. What's in my purse today? Like just the randomest things. But people, like, if I don't post in my stories on Instagram, I will like wake up the next day to like 20 minutes. Are you okay? Are you okay? You haven't posted today. Are you okay? Where are your stories at? And I'm like, oh no, I just needed a break. We just needed a little break from stories today. But stories are kind of your flip book. And I don't think that anyone needs to have like a rhyme or reason to post. I think you just post what makes you happy. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to attract the happy people, is the ones that see you genuinely happy doing what you're doing. And that's going to attract the right people. Like, I can't tell you how many people I follow where I'm like, God, that's so staged and so fake. Like, I just cannot. Like, how long did it take you to stage this scene? Like, I mean, I will stage things sometimes, and it's really like me like throwing things onto the couch next to me. And then I'll like sometimes give a sneak of like, this is actually what my house looks like. It's not this clean, but just for the sake of the video, we all don't want to see my, dirty socks behind me. So, and that's just the truth of it. Like being you and all that, and cut the filters, y'all. People want to see you. People want to see your face. They don't want to see your filters. Okay. I had a handful, I don't even know. I think I recruited 18 people in the past couple months. And every time I recruit someone, I ask them to send me a picture of themselves so I could post it on my social media and shout them out and whatnot. And I can't tell you, I think almost all of them had like heavy filters where I was like, let me see your beautiful face. Let me see your face. Well, I have acne, girl. I don't care. So do I. Got a pimple right here. I didn't even cover it today. And it was all up in my video saying hi to everybody. I don't care. Show your face. You're beautiful. Like, stop hiding it. Stop doubting yourself. And just get on social media and just freaking do it. Just do it. That is my biggest thing. I'm sorry, but like, just get on and just do it and learn it. Do what others are doing. Follow influencers that you love to follow. Yeah, you can absolutely. So someone said, can you have separate accounts for TikTok, like one for Scentsy and one personal? Absolutely. But so I actually asked this. So I shared a lot of my weight loss journey. Obviously, that's what my TikTok is all about. And I actually did a video like a month ago asking people, I was like, would you guys want me to keep this account for like weight loss and then do a separate one for like outfit hauls or like Scentsy stuff? And almost everyone, I probably had like 100 comments of people that were like, no, we follow you because we love you. We want to see, you know, all this stuff in your life. We want to see X, Y, and Z. So like that right there, instantly, I was like, okay, I deleted the video because then I was like, I don't want anyone to change my mind and make me think vice versa. I got what I needed, which was I kind of doubt myself sometimes. So sometimes I like to ask the questions, and it was like everyone said no, because then we would have to follow 2 accounts to figure out what's going on in your life. No, we want you all in one. And I was like, you know what? Then we're going to give everyone all in one, and we're going to keep it all about my life and sprinkle in the Scentsy. And guess what? 6 months ago, I have tried to do like mystery boxes, like personal mystery boxes. I've never gotten more than like 4 orders. I would still do them, and I would do them really, really good, but I would never get like more than 4. Now I can post on TikTok. I literally did it. I was like, well, I'm kind of on the cutoff for like January mystery boxes. It was like December like 28th. And I was like, oh, let me just do it. And let's just see. Usually it takes me like a whole month to close out freaking mystery boxes, even 4 of them. And I had to stop it at 25 because I got too many. And I was just like, oh, no, we're good. And that was October, November, and December. I got 25 boxes in each month, which I have never in 5 years with Scentsy was able to close out more than 4. Okay. But I got all of those. I also got like almost 18 recruits from TikTok, from social media, because I shared one day a video finally about Scentsy. I sprinkled Scentsy in, and they were like, well, we follow her and we trust her recommendations on the food she eats and her low carb stuff, on her low sugar meals. We love what she shares with X, Y, and Z. We trust her. So I'm going to buy Scentsy, and I trust you. And I did that. And so this month I had every single one of my 25 boxes, except for 4 people, were brand new people that have never tried Scentsy before. So I did a mystery box with a warmer to introduce them to a warmer, and 2 wax bars and a counter clean, my favorite products. So they got the mod warmer, and I did a $40 mystery box, and I just shipped them all off. They're all getting them this week, and I'm hoping to get more orders in for other things on top of that. That is the goal. That has always been the end goal, was I'm going to work really freaking hard for a year. I'm going to post every single day without giving an excuse. Even when I'm sick, talk about how you're sick, talk about how you're feeling, what's going on today. Like, ask people for advice. They love to chip in. They love to give, they love Q&As. They love to feel like their advice matters. And it does, because I can't tell you how much good stuff I have found and knew about because of people that have told me things where I'm like, I would have never known this. I would have never known to do X, Y, and Z, you know, if it wasn't for someone.
Remember when you needed help with your teeth, man? Like, people were helping you. Like,
yes, they were like, oh my gosh, and my whole tooth saga with my freaking 10 root canals. And I'm like, what is going on with my mouth? And so many people were like, I work in a dental office, ask these. And I was able to go in with a list of questions, and we found what was going on. And because of people helping me and me sharing what was going on with my dang mouth, like, it was horrible.
Yeah. And so I want to just touch on a couple of things that you've said too. First, I want to back up to one at the very beginning. Like, you need to be okay, every one of you, when we say, like, and we've said it a million times on Shift, you need to grow your Scentsy business with what works for you. Some of you are going to love to party. Some of you love events. Some of you love fundraisers. And it's okay to be one that loves social media. That's me. That's Courtney. That's Stacey Barringer. That's a ton of others out there. It works for us. My always concern when we say that we don't like to party or we don't like to do one certain things is you have people go, okay, that's it. I'm not partying. But if that's your mentality, because you hate to party and you're going to go social media, you need to do what Courtney has done and go all in on social media. And I'm talking, this is, if you, and I'm looking at Courtney, and I before we prep for this call, I was looking at her account, and there was like, and I'm going to ask you this question too, Courtney. She had like 5 reels in one day. Some are very quick. One is, I ate too fast. You guys, it's a reel and I ate too fast. Like, and how many people are going to comment and go, I ate too fast too. That happened to me. Like, it's literally, you've got to stop thinking of these accounts as business accounts. This is a virtual blog. It's basically a storybook of your day. And so, Courtney, one question I have for you is, how do you decide in your head, or is it just on the fly, what you're going to put in your stories, what you're going to put in your reels, what you're going to put in your posts? Like, you know, are you just like, oh, that's a good reel because I can clip it? Oh, I'm going to extend that talk and go into stories. Like, and if you look, guys, you have to dig, really, which I love. You're going to meet her and know her on every other topic, and it's not Scentsy, which is what she just said. You're going to trust her first. And then when they go, oh, she sells the Scentsy thing, that's when they're going to go, Oh, I followed her eggs. I ate too fast like her. I lost 50 pounds. I want to do weight loss surgery. I'll buy Scentsy from her because she shares every single day, 5, 6, 7 times a day. On that, before she answers that question, this is hard. I mean, my account has stopped growing because of my brain fog, because I couldn't get on reels or stories to get the words from my brain to my mouth. So I just stopped. If you go back on shifts, you'll see me not talking at all because I couldn't think. And I tell the girls, I want to contribute, but I can't think. So, like her 2022, that was me. And it's proof that you have to be consistent, because if you disappear, your followers disappear. They just stop watching. Your stories go to the end of the line. And so when she shows up, because I'm watching her, her stories go to the front, her reels pop up for me. If she disappears, I forget. Not if I'm her friend, I won't, but like a regular customer, everyday person who's learning to get to know her will disappear if you disappear. So if you're one of the ones that goes, yeah, I hate to party too, but I don't know if I can go on social media, you got to pick one to grow your business. You got to pick something to do really, really well and go all in. And there's some of us in the beginning that did a little bit of parties, a little bit of basket parties, a little bit of fundraisers, a little bit of this till you figure it out. But you can't stand back and go, I'm not going to party, but I might do one story today. It's not going to work that way. It has to be every day consistent, good days, bad days, in between days, eyebrow days, lip filler days, workout days, whatever you're doing, you've got to show up or it just doesn't work. So on that, how do you decide, or what is your mentality when you're like, this is going to be a reel, this is going to be a post, this is going to be a TikTok, this is going to be a story? How do you decide that?
So, okay, so for my post on Instagram, like when I'm actually posting, so if you guys don't, you don't have to follow me, but if you want to go look at my page, it's Courtney.Holiday with 2 Y's, HOLLIDAYY. You can totally go look at it. But so for my post on Instagram is like my home. That's very personable to me. It's very like your stories are where it's at. Your stories are where you sell your product. That's where I sell my product. Okay. And that's the challenge I'm giving you guys, because it's the easiest one that we'll talk about at the end. But for a post, if you go on like my main page, like a post is like a permanent picture spot. So my posts are permanent pictures, like my family pictures, my Christmas pictures, my before and after I did today of my eyebrows, my before and after of my lips, like promoting, I wouldn't say promoting, but like sharing like my friend that did my eyebrows. I wanted to shout her name out because she did a great job on my eyebrows. I wanted to have a permanent spot on my page, right? So my actual post will be stuff like that. And I actually don't have a lot of posts. Most of my stuff is reels. But I'm looking through, but like I have like some posts, like some are like my before and afters, like a year later. Yeah, me getting my lips done. Like these are actual pictures. Okay. So it's really whatever you want to do. If decor is your thing, post it. I probably wouldn't post a picture of my food. I feel like that's more for your story. So something that's like, kind of, I think of stories as like a really cool deep dive into someone's life. Like that's more personable. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to share a video about how I made my lunch, how I chose protein nachos. Sometimes I'll go to BJ's just to do like a grocery haul video. Like I'll go around and find like low carb finds, because that's my lifestyle, is low carb, low sugar. I'll walk around and I'll do like a little video, like little like I'll like open up my reels, press camera, and I'll go to BJ's and I'll say, all right, these chips, they are 3 grams of protein. These are really good for you. Okay, I got a whole thing of chicken breast. I got some grapes here. I got some strawberries. And I'll just do like small little clip-its, because people love grocery hauls. People, out there, and I've learned is that health and wellness, and Jill knows this, is very, it's not talked about a lot, honestly. And it can be very challenging for a lot of people. And so for me, grocery hauls were huge in my journey. They always have been. When I did keto, when I did macros, when I did CrossFit, like, I would go on TikTok and Instagram and type in like shopping hauls from Whole Foods, like low carb at Whole Foods, low carb at, I almost said TJ Maxx. Oh my God, at Target, like whatever, Trader Joe's. And that's what I would find. So that's kind of what I do for reels. I find what is going to impact somebody. So I guess reels and videos is more of impact. How can you impact somebody with these videos, right? How can you help somebody, whether it is, I don't know. I see who's down here, Dan's down here playing guitar. Okay, do videos of playing guitar, right? Like that's awesome. Do stuff like that. I saw someone on here walking on the treadmill. You can do a little video of you, all right, get your, reminder for the day, get your steps in, 2024, we're getting our steps in, like just very random things, right? You can do a reel of filling your diffuser up. I've done that before. I do a reel sometimes of filling my diffusers for the night and show how pretty they are at night and stuff. Like you could totally do stuff like that. Posts again are more personable, or just like before and after photos, or just photos of my family, like very important. They're more important, like this is going to stay on my page. Stories are the key. Okay, so your page is what someone goes to and they're like, oh, like she's got lots of cool things on here, like I see all these, whatever it is, I see all these. Okay, I like this. And then the stories, when they click on your stories, that's where I want to keep people, because that is where I get to share every single day. So every single day, once a day, I share something with Scentsy, whether it's me in the car boomeranging my scent circle, whether it's me sniffing my pods in my Scentsy Go, whether every morning I spray my bed. So right now I'm getting back into making my bed and spraying my bed every single morning. So I'm introducing people to one healthy habit every day, which is I feel accomplished when I make my bed, and then spraying my bed after that. And I can't tell you how many people are like, what is that? What is that spray? What is that spray? People, they want to know what you're using. They want to know if you're using it consistently, then you obviously love it. So how can they do that as well? Because they get satisfaction from you making your bed and spraying your bed. They get satisfaction from you spraying your counters and having a clean kitchen at night. They get satisfaction from you washing the dishes. I get satisfaction. I'm OCD ADHD, so my dishes are cleaned every night, my kitchen is wiped every night, and my diffusers are running every night. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to post in your stories, is you as a person. Then I'll do, okay, here's my breakfast, here's my lunch, here's my dinner. Sounds so stupid, but that's how I get a lot of my ideas. I'm like, oh, she ate like a turkey and cheese pickle roll up. That sounds freaking phenomenal. I want to do that. Like, just because someone shared a picture of it, like it gives you an idea, right? So I share little things like that. Also, same thing, doing what other people do. I will watch other influencers and I will see what stories I'm attracted to. So I love cute little stories. I'm gonna do one right now and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go to my Instagram right here. I don't see this. Okay, and I'm gonna go to stories. And I have these cute little, like, not really filtery filters, but I just like just a little bit. And I'll take a picture of my water. Okay, watch. I'm gonna show y'all. Just something so random. Getting water. Just something so random. And I'm telling you, I probably get like something from it. And I'm gonna post this. Post a small little picture of me of my cup. It is the most random thing. And you're like, Courtney, that's so stupid, but I'm not even kidding you. I don't like direct photos. I like little like angles, little half the cup. I like to see like little boomerangs in my diffuser. I like to see like half of my planner and half of my pad and being like to-do list getting done today. Like I don't need to see your entire planner. You know what I mean? But again, you post whatever you want to post. What attracts you is what you need to be doing to attract others.
Please don't have the mentality like I have. I know Courtney said she has, is don't get into your own head. Don't think who would want to see that. You guys, I've lost many years of my life watching the same person pour coffee every morning. And I don't even drink freaking coffee. We talked about this a million times when Jen got on and talked about what tea she's drinking. I don't even drink tea, but I wanted to see what tea she's drinking for some reason. So don't overthink it. You can go through my stories today and it's like, I had to stop this year, 2024, and it was just Courtney inspired me. It's like I said, you're like my child. And I almost get teary eyed when you start talking, because a lot of times people jump on these social media trainings and you guys listen and you want the secret tips, but it's really the secret tip is clicking that button every day and showing a little bit of everything so that people can get to know you. That's the secret tip. That's what I challenge you to do in 2024. You will get super inspired watching Courtney, finding your favorite people, finding Scentsy people. I challenge you to not fill your follower feed with all Scentsy people. Like I really only follow the Scentsy people that are either my friends, my close friends that I've had conversations with, or people that are generally creating great content. Because honestly, I don't want a bunch of Scentsy warmers filling up my feed. That's not what I want to see. I'm on here because this is like my book, my newspaper. Now, some people say that social media is too much. And if it's getting toxic to your brain where it's stopping you, you need to set the phone aside. But for me, I'm learning, I'm growing, because my follower count, and I go through and clean it up, is 600 people, because I can't quite possibly make connections with 4,000 people. Like, and if you want to just follow people, that's fine. But I like to tone it down so that I can really engage with the people I'm following. All of my wedding vendors, you guys, I plan my wedding from Instagram. They're all my friends now. Like, in fact, I have a B list where I'm like, can I just invite all my vendors? Because they know my vibe now. They know my energy. They're going to care about doing my wedding because we're friends and I'm referring them to other people. And it's safe to say that they're not just going to be making my wedding wonderful because I am referring them, because we generally have that connection now where I'm following all their other weddings and saying, oh, that's beautiful. Like, you need to spend time engaging with the people that are providing you content that you enjoy, because this poop is hard. It's hard to get on there and be vulnerable and show yourself and know that you're going to get the Karen on there that's going to go, like in my laundry room post the other day, you're going to get this. I want to prepare you. And I know we're a little bit over, but like, you're going to get the Karen on there that goes, I can't believe you have Tide in your laundry room. That's so toxic. And I said, well, my thing up there, like whatever. I mean, there's always going to be people that come through and post and they have to have their opinion, which is fine. I get it. But my bio says live better, not perfect. Like, so we all have to make choices in our life that's just a little bit better than yesterday, you know, just a little bit better. People will say like, you know, well, since he's not pure organic, all this. No, but it's better than a candle, you know, and Tide's toxic in this. Well, it's used to wash my sneakers. Like, you just have to be a little bit better than yesterday. You don't have to be perfect. So I want to prepare you for, if you do put yourself out there on social media, you will get the creepers and stuff. Just block and delete. Just keep blocking, deleting. Eventually your account will, like, I used to get that in the beginning. I don't really get that anymore. Like, when I made my Facebook a digital creator profile, I started getting a lot of just stuff, and you just block, delete. I spend time just deleting. And the account kind of like gets who your followers are, and you don't get a lot of that stuff. So don't be worried about that. If you get negative comments, just delete and move on, because you're always going to get it. And you have to, I want you to remember one thing. If someone's coming at you like that, like a keyboard warrior, if you're going to get that and put yourself out there, lesson release and think to yourself, gosh, I hope their day goes better. I hope their life gets better. I hope they get 1% better than yesterday, because normally people are behind doing that because something's going on with them. It's not because you're tied sitting on the counter. It's not because you had weight loss surgery. It's not because you know, I mean, there's time. We could go a whole nother route, like I said, on health. Like, you know, I'm all about, I will support whatever works for you. My big thing is get, you have a second chance, almost get better habits, you know, just make little changes every day to make yourself feel better, do better, be better. But if, you know, I mean, it's no different than standing at a party. When you're standing at a party, you're going to, you know, you get the feeling when someone's like, I could never do what she does.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, you're going to get that.
I am so comfortable on the phone, but God, get me in front of people, like actual people.
Are sweating. Like,
oh my gosh, I get so hot. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I actually am very nervous in person. I'm such an such an outgoing person. But then when there's like a pressure, like I could never get on stage. Like I hope I never get invited, because I don't think I would probably throw up or pass out or one or both.
Was it extroverted introverts or like no? And people
yes, I'm an extroverted introvert.
I was an only child. I like my alone time. I like to hide in my room. Like, but true, even some of my best friends in Sensi, when I walk up to a group of them, I start sweating. And like, I've known these women for years. Superstar Director Summit. Oh yeah. Like I have severe, like I have to sit in my room and kind of breathe a little bit till I go people. And when I people a little bit, I'm going to go back to my room and kind of breathe. Like, that stuff's all normal, guys. So this is my point. There's going to be those of us that can talk on a Zoom. And she's right. Like, I can talk on social. I do. I'm sweating on a Zoom. Like, but then I'm fine. It's just, you have to really be okay with admitting what you love doing. And we love social. Like, I love, and some of you are like, oh no. So, I mean, our number count 56, 61 is not our highest, because some people are like, I'm done talking about the social media thing. But I think it's a perspective of find what you enjoy doing. Because if you don't enjoy doing something, I'll be honest with you guys, fundraisers, my ADD cannot line up all those order forms and bag all that stuff. And I always feel like I'm going to make a mistake. Like, I just don't do good at fundraisers. I will do a party. I thrive on basket parties, because again, I can text you and call you and do all the things and send you little videos. I'm great at those. In-person parties, I'm just a ball of sweat and I don't enjoy it. And it took me a long time to go, okay, you don't enjoy it. Find something else you like to do.
And I think that's the point. Yes.
Yeah. And I'll say this, if you like, you have to know that social media is a lot harder to connect with people unless you're consistent, because in person is the way to get people to join your team, because they can meet you, know you, trust you within seconds, right? Social media, we've got to do all this content, all this stuff, because it takes months for people to go, okay, I'll go back to her account. Like, it's like a hamster wheel that takes a little bit for that hamster wheel to get going. And if you take a break, you've got to get back on and start the momentum again. So it's all things to think about, but you can do it. But my point is like Courtney said, you have to get to the point where I don't care because your family will judge you, friends will judge you. Why do you post so much? Why do you do this? I did a reel one day that just said, I post so much because I like to. I like to, and I'm helping people. And that one message that you get that says, wow, your recipe helped me, or your page helped me, or, it made me not care so much. It made me calm down. That's what makes it all worth it. And
Oh my God, I still
if
cry.
you don't like my content, there's a little unfollow button right at the top. Do yourself a favor and just hit it. I won't get mad. I don't get upset. It's okay. But there's tons of other people that I can help, and you're doing me a favor.
And I'll say that too, I follow a lot of bariatric people because obviously I'm a bariatric person, and a lot of them will clap back at negative comments. And I am probably one of the very few that I do not. I do not give in. I think honestly that brings more hate to your page, and it brings more hateful people to want to interact on that. And I have a brother who's a narcissist who loves to argue. You give him an inch, he takes a whole mile. That is not the same comparison. Inch and a mile. Okay, y'all understood what I said, right? A foot. Oh, Melanta.
So let's give them the challenge. What are we going to challenge them all to? Because Courtney actually told me about this, and I was like, that actually works for me because I get super inconsistent and I start overthinking things, and I have a ton to share and talk about. So I love this challenge. So those of you that are up for it, or that you're a little nervous about Reels, Instagram, and all that, and I can post the differences, and we can talk about this more another time, but let's do a challenge.
Okay, so I did this challenge with my team last year, and it was really, really good. And this is kind of what kickstarted me with social media. So you're going to get on Instagram. Okay, I want everyone getting on Instagram. Make an Instagram page. I don't care if you start at zero. You start an Instagram account. Take an unfiltered picture of your face and post that as your profile picture. Nice and clean, really pretty, whatever. I don't even care. Just post a picture of your face, right? Unfiltered. I want you to shout that out. If you don't have an Instagram, starting here, if you don't have an Instagram, I want you to shout that out to your VIP page, to your customers. Send an email. Hey guys, I'm on Instagram. I'm gonna start sharing some more Scentsy stuff in my stories on Instagram. So if you don't follow me, here's my link. I'm gonna start sharing a little bit more in depth with Scentsy on here, right? Whatever. I want you to shout that out on whatever platform you use to contact your customers, because that's who you want on there first, is your customers. That's who love and trust you already, right? So you're going to do that. And then you're going to spend every single day. I did 2 weeks with my team. If y'all want to push it to a month, push it maybe all of January. Let's do all of January because we're already 2 weeks in. Okay. So for the rest of January, I want you guys to post 2 stories on 2 products every single day. Pick 2. Pick your 2 favorite products that you have, okay? And I honestly think the first one, if you love Scentsy Fresh like I do, make your bed and spray your bed every morning. That was my goal for my team. Make your bed and spray your bed every morning. So I want you to take a video of you, just make your bed, and then take a video of you spraying your bed, put a cute sound on it, and I can show you guys how to do that. Put a cute sound over it and just say, good morning, make your bed, spray your bed, have a great day. Okay. Every morning, I want you to spray your bed, or make your bed and spray your bed. Start a good habit. Okay. It makes you feel better. It makes other people feel better. And it gives them seeing what you do as a morning routine. And then pick your next product. I don't care if it's laundry. I don't care if it's doing laundry. I don't care if it's counter clean. If it's room spray, if it's whatever it is. Okay. Smelling a wax bar. You maybe pick out 20 different fragrances. And every single day, you're going to smell one of them in your stories for people and describe it. Do you like it? Do you not? And be honest. Do you like it? I say a lot that I don't like fragrances because I hate floral scents. Okay. And my customers know that. And then my customers will be like, oh, she hates it. That means I'm going to love it because I love floral. So they know that I'll give an honest review. So give your honest review. Smell it for people. They are going to see your excitement. When I smell Winterberry apple tea and I am about to pass out because I love it so much, people know that I love it. Okay. I literally love it. So 2 products. Posting 2 stories every single day, okay, for the rest of January. If you want to do more than that, then I would encourage you to make either a post or try a video out, whether it's putting an outfit on. It could be the stupidest, silliest thing. You don't need to edit it. Just get on. Ray actually started doing this. Ray, she got back on social media, and she did a challenge of moving her body every day, okay? So just do it. If you want to do a move your body challenge, I think Amber's doing one right now. If you want to just do a little video of like, all right, get my walk in today, walk around the block. This is my workout day 1. Okay. It doesn't matter. whatever you want to do, post one video or one post a day on Instagram and 2 stories. But if posting intimidates you, but if you're new to Instagram, I would encourage you to post because you need to like build your page up. I would still encourage you to 2 stories is a must. Okay. Do that every single day. And I guarantee you are going to get orders. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay. Because when I did that, that is like, I mean, I sold so much Scentsy Fresh. I was like, where have y'all been? Like literally, I guess I don't share it enough. Where have y'all been? And if you don't want to spray your bed, then spray your dog bed because people don't realize how much that can change the fragrance of your dog bed too. Okay. So that is my challenge is starting social media. Okay. 30 days.
I
Let's
highly
do it.
suggest you guys write a list and put numbered 1 through 6 and think about what you can talk about outside of Scentsy, your dogs, your walks, your food, your sticker book. I don't care what it is, your organization. Like I've been doing declutter, detox, and de-stress this month. And so I'm on a 21-day detox. So that's what I've been talking about. But where do you post your link? Your Instagram link, she's saying, like you can post it on your personal Facebook page. Like, hey, I just started my Instagram account. And then where do you post for people to buy from you? You can post it right in Instagram at the top. You can put your Scentsy link right there, or we all have, there's a multiple of different websites. You can use Linktree, like there's a Linktree I think is the cheapest where you can put multiple links. Yeah, quitting smoking, playing the guitar, petting your dog. Like there's a million things. What's going on in your life? And please don't say I'm boring, I have nothing, because that would mean you're sitting in a chair not moving for 24 hours a day. So you do something. Or maybe you're starting something. Like I said, mine's detox, declutter, and de-stress. So I'm like, they love it. I'm cleaning drawers, my sock drawer. Like it's
and let me tell you, like Ray, same thing. Ray, you know, if you guys follow her, and she has said this on her platform, so I know that I'm okay saying it. But she's been in a funk and whatnot, and one of her things was to get out of it was just moving her body because moving your body makes you feel better, right? And so she was like, I don't know what to post. I get in my head about posting, and she used to never get in her head like that, right? And so she was like, just to get out of my funk, I'm just gonna do moving my body every day, whether it's going to walk my horse, whether it's walking down to my mailbox. And I'm going to do a video every day of what I'm doing to get my walk in. And she has already said, and she said it on our platform, she said it to me, that everyone can see it just from the last 30 days of her doing a video. She is inspired. She is like I say back to life, but she like, you can just tell the confidence that has come out of her. She's not thinking about her videos anymore. I really think that when you guys dig down deep and you find like, okay, I want to share this. I'm going to share just getting ready. I'm going to share decluttering my bathroom. You're going to be motivated to want to do more stuff like that. Like you're going to be motivated to want to like keep posting. And again, social media may not be for everyone. It is not for everyone. It's not. And if it's not your thing, that's totally fine. But you do have something to share. You really do. Go on my TikTok and Instagram, and you can probably be like, I literally just sat in we're remodeling our bathroom right now, and I ate way too fast and I felt sick, and you can probably see up my nostrils half the video, but I posted it and I'm connecting with people over video because I felt sick and I'm sitting in a dirty bathroom. Like, I
mean, Courtney, you pulled me out of my funk because I'm like with my brain fog and everything. I'm a perfectionist. So in my head, and you guys, please, we're past the days of Instagram feeds being perfect. It doesn't need to be anymore.
No.
But because I was with Instagram from day one, and it was like the feed needs to be perfect. It needs to be all the same color. It needs to be all the same shade. And I'll tell you what, when I was posting my decor pictures, I didn't even like decor. I don't like clutter. I don't like buying stuff. And to me, I was getting panic attacks because I felt like I had to go to Target every day and buy new stuff and switch things out. In my head, still to this day, I think, where do all these influencers put all this crap? Like, where does it go? Like, even the PR boxes that they get, I wasn't enjoying myself. So really, no matter how you run your Scentsy business and how you're promoting it, along with this challenge, I want you to really think about what you don't like doing, what you can cut out, what you can add in, and what you can be consistent with. And if social media sounds fun to you, pick one platform. You don't have to be on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the things. Pick one. I adore Instagram, and I need to get better at my TikTok because a lot of it's just flipping video and kind of redoing things. It's just being consistent, but I literally love Instagram. And so that's where I put all my time now. In 2024, I plan to get better because I do enjoy it. But pick what you enjoy and cut out what you don't like, because I promise you, if you've been with Scentsy for a while or if you've just started, it will become more fun to you again. You have to do what you love, or it becomes like, do I even belong here? Which all of us have questioned at one point, whether you've been with Scentsy a year, 10 years, or 15 years. So pick what you enjoy, know that you add value to this world and that you have something to share. And I guarantee all of you have something that I could learn. Like Courtney, just watching her, the randomness made me say, like, what am I doing? I've been doing social media for 15 years. Why am I overthinking this? So that's my point. And she was with Setsy 5 years, and I've learned already so much in the last 8 months from watching her stuff and being inspired, that every single one of you has something to share with all of us that we can be inspired by. But we can't see you if you don't show up. So you have to show up so that we will follow you and be inspired. So
One
Courtney,
last
thank
thing.
you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Really quick, just really quick. I know we're over, guys. With sensing and social media, I will just say what I think is really important is people want to see the community, because a lot of us strive for friends in a community and talking to somebody, because that's what I needed. I literally had like no friends. I had the worst friends, actually. And that's what I wanted, was a community. That was very important to me from the get-go, more than it was money or anything else. It was, I wanted friendship. I wanted to travel. I wanted to meet really like-minded people that wanted to hustle in a business. So when your sponsor shouts you out, when your team or your group shouts you out, they tag you they send you an email that you're active for the month, they send you an email that you recruited somebody or you did recruit somebody, that's where your platform comes in handy. That's where you share your community. You share your community pictures, you share SFR, you share World Tour, you show everybody what Scentsy is about. Because guess what? When I go to these events and I share the events, I share the Scentsy spirit, I share our trips to Canada or any of these things. I share the emails that my sponsors are like, oh, you're active this month, all these things. When you share those things, that is what got me. Then people are like, wow, they have a really good community. They really they shout each other out. They cheer each other on. That seems very supportive. I want a part of that. So don't just bypass an email when someone sends it to you. Post in your VIP page, take a screenshot and shout yourself out, because it's very awesome that you're active this month. It's awesome that you showed up for yourself this month. It's awesome that your sponsor, shouted you out. Shout that out.
And I want to, all of you, like if you message me, or I'm sure if you message Courtney, we go to your page and stuff. All of you that are leading with Scentsy, where it says, like, I'll just say Terry, because she's the first one I see. Terry, independent Scentsy consultant, like, get that stuff off your page. Don't lead with Scentsy. Lead with who you are. Mine says nothing about Scentsy. Courtney says nothing about Scentsy. It's actually against compliance to have Scentsy in your URL name. So my URL is @Jilleysue. Like if it said Scentsy Jilleysue, that's actually out of compliance. You can't use the Scentsy name. Get that stuff out of there. Stop thinking, oh my God, if I don't use the word Scentsy, they won't know. You need to get them to know you first. They need to know about your dogs, how you wash your face, what your bathroom looks like, all of that. And like she said, Scentsy's just the sprinkles on top. I want to know that you have chocolate, Rocky Road, and a sugar cone before you sprinkle the Scentsy on top. So don't lead with it. Stop selling. This is a digital blog of who you are. And Scentsy is just a tiny little piece that I promise you will sell more if you stop selling, if that makes sense. If you remember one quote of tonight, stop selling and be you. Sell with me everything about you. I want to know your dogs. I want to know when your daughter's getting married. I want to know what she's wearing. I want to know what shoes she wore. I want to know when you go to the facial place. I want to know it all. I don't care if you live 1,000 miles away from me. That's what I want to see. And then once I fall in love with your personality, then I'll go, I would buy dirt from her just because she's so cute and so awesome and so amazing and so consistent. So
you're watching other people
off your bio.
Watch you.
In my bio, and I'm sure my bio has changed a million times. You can change it as many times as you want based on what chapter you're in. Like mine now says sharing what I did to live better, because that's the question I get. What did you do? Where did you start? How did you get like this? And then like over 40, that's another thing for me, because a lot of people on social media think, oh, you have to be 20 to be on there. You have to be 30, you have to be an influencer. You don't put on there how you're going to help people or what you're going to share. Like, some people, if you look like Callie's, I think hers says puppy mom, whatever. That tells me I'm going to see a lot of puppies, which I love, So like share what you have to offer, and then your link can have Scentsy in it and you can dribble it in your stories, but you shouldn't be leading with it. And like I said, hers, if you're looking at it says fragrance filled home. Like you'd have to really look to figure out what that is.
All the way at the bottom. But my first thing says a little bit of everything, because I share a little bit of everything. And y'all can totally copy that. Y'all want to put that? Go ahead. I do not care. Y'all want to watch a reel of mine or a story of mine or whatever, and you want to copy it, and make it your own. Absolutely. You watch me show eggs this morning, go show your eggs tomorrow morning. Go freaking show your eggs, y'all. I don't care. I am not one that's like, I don't care. I think
your personality is individual to you. The same people that love Courtney are not going to love me, and the same people that love me aren't going to love the next person. So, and I'm here to tell you, here's the secret. all these influencers with 1 million people, they're just copying the other influencers, or they're copying the little 10,000 person me saying that's a good idea. Like, it's all just copied, and then they just put their little flair on it. That's all
It is.
So,
I will watch grocery hauls and I'm like, well, I'm gonna stack my meats up like that. Chicken, beef.
Oh, your chopper. I will watch her chop a salad for like 3 hours. Like, what am I doing? I can go chop my own salad, but you do because
okay.
like
I don't recommend that being your first video because that took me like 2 hours to edit. So please
right?
do not make that your first video using a chopper. Holy crap, that is a hard video to edit. So
there's so much, you guys. Like, literally how we taught ourselves is just pressing buttons, and you will do reels and videos and be like, oh my god, and then it erases and deletes you, remove lining over. Like, it's okay. Make your first one simple and just play in stories, like she said. Post yourself. That's where we all started, is spraying our beds.
You don't need to go all in either. You don't need to like go make a TikTok account and Instagram. Just start with Instagram. Just start with Instagram because I feel like that is just the easiest. TikTok is a little bit harder, but again, I am a different breed. I am like, I will do 15,000. I'm a very great stressed out multitasker. So I will do everything that I set my mind to. My husband loves that about me. Okay. I can handle all that. So if you can't handle that, please don't put that pressure on yourself. That's also what I want to say. Please don't look at what I'm doing or Jill's doing or anybody else and pressure yourself. You do what you can handle. So if you're like, okay, I can't do this, this, and that, then just start out with doing stories. Just get your Instagram started and get it out there to your customers, and then just start sharing. Don't look for how many followers you're getting a week. If you don't even get 1 follower the first week, it's okay. Keep sharing. Keep doing it. It took me 2 years. 2 years. This entire year, I was like, God, when is it going to start? When are we going to start roll balling? Like, it's been a year and a half. Like, and finally, it's like, oh, okay, let's do this. And then it's like all these followers came, and then all the business came. But it took time to get there.
That hamster wheel is going to start moving. So go look at your bios. You know, take a look at other people's that you like to follow. See how you can play with the words a little bit. Pull back from the sensey words. Like I said, please remember, you'll sell more if you stop selling and share you. Sell yourself and share your. You're not even share your life. Show us why you're so amazing, and please don't say you're not, because you are. You're in this community. Share. You've got Scentsy sitting on your desk. Take a picture tonight. Tag us. We want to see your eggs. We want to see all of that, and I promise you, stick with it and things will get rolling. And I hope you enjoyed this. I said I'm already gonna get in trouble because I'm like 24 minutes over, and Dan said it's okay, we're winging it. So look, we said we're going to push the envelope a little bit. We could talk about this stuff all night long. I think we gave you some good places to start. I will post the challenge in the group. You guys can tag us. I love answering questions when I'm laying in bed. If you have questions, ask questions. Yeah. And like, again, the way I started, health, a little bit better every single day. Take a walk, drink your water, go to your appointments, because it doesn't matter what you're doing in your business if you don't feel great. And that goes mind, body, and spirit. Always do, I say, a personal audit every month and just say, where can I get better? Where do I need to pull back? Because without feeling great, none of this really even matters, you guys. So
if y'all have any questions too, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm an open book. I'm better on Instagram. Please don't message me on Facebook. I hate Facebook. So Instagram is it. I usually, it takes me like a day to get back, but I will send you, if you guys have questions, I am happy. I will do screen recordings. I'm happy to help. I'm an open book.
Voice text. We love our voice texts. Yeah,
I'm a voice chatter.
This whole call, you guys, was planned through Instagram DM. Like, it's literally the only place that I usually communicate anymore. And I love that. So Courtney, thank you so much. You're such a bright soul. And thank you for sharing everything and being vulnerable and just being an awesome member of our community and hanging out with Shift. And I hope all of your team is in the Shift group. I will post this challenge. And also to you, we're here every week. So you guys invite your teams. Whenever there's a guest speaker, we tell them to invite their teams. This is for all of you. We love you. Please don't tell that I'm late. Don't get me in trouble while they're drinking margaritas. So I love you guys very, very much. And I will post the recording right after it uploads. So I love you guys.
Bye.